This is the real Margaret Pomerantz and David Stratton. And these are the ones that really write the show for them. How many stars? 8?
Right, I'm rolling.
Oh, you are? Okay, all right. Well, hello, I'm Heath Ledger, and welcome to the Afterlife Show.
One of the things I used to tell the people at the film school, the students when they came to the film school, it was absolutely used to appall them. Because I would say to them, you think because you have now been accepted into this school, I would usually tell them this in the first week or two of them arriving, you think because you've been accepted into this institution that you're successes. And I'm here to tell you that the fact that you're here proves that you're failures. Because what it means is that you had just the right amount of mediocrity to make us feel safe in letting you in.
Our biggest problem, at the heart of it, and I think it's to do with Australian culture more than anything else, is that we're a country that by and large has built its wealth on resources other than human resources, mining off the land originally and so on.
I don't know if the industry can be fixed because no one sets out to make it their job to fix the industry.
Just because an audience doesn't find a film at the cinema doesn't mean the film has any less merit.
There are incredibly edgy, dangerous, successful films coming from overseas that do really well on the art circuit and occasionally on the commercial circuit, but we aren't creating those films. Why?
We need to see an end to political correctness being a necessity to get government funding. We need to see the funding of genre pictures and films that actually can make money.
And if audiences only in Australia are going to want to see it, then it has to be that affordable that it can make its money back. It's just business 101.
In my opinion, we don't have an industry. We do not have a viable commercial film industry. I've always described it in my own ways as a backyard barbecue by invitation only.
This monolith that they have built is completely non-responsible in any way. They don't seem to feel that they have to make pictures, well, encourage the production of pictures that Australians want to see. They seem to feel that Australian audiences have bad taste and they have to produce pictures that are too good for the audience. In other words, AFI award-winning pictures about 2 people in a country town, one person is an Aboriginal, the Aboriginal person is discriminated against with no alternative. Somebody is a drunk and somebody commits suicide, and that's the end of the picture, and we've made 27 of those. Stop me if you've seen this picture before.
The individuals who are out there at the moment making films, it's one of the best times for diversity. There's more, I think, very different types of movies being made in Australia than ever before, and finally, almost every type of movie is actually getting, in a way, a sense like an ear from the film bodies.
But I don't think as individuals, as artists, as filmmakers, as actors, as directors, as writers, we can level any more criticism at the funding bodies, at the government, than we can at ourselves.
I think it's a big problem because a lot of our writers here are out in the suburbs on the dole and they're doing their thing. Well, it's not conducive to great writing because even though they're writing bad scripts, and I'm not saying everyone, I'm saying some, or even I'd say generally, even though they're writing bad scripts, they're still being rewarded with grants, with funds, with development money. I think it's a curse.
If you choose to be a filmmaker, then fucking go at it 100%. It's like a relationship, you know, you meet a fucking hot woman, you fucking go at it 100%. Yeah. So the thing is, it's this amazing opportunity to make films, and to me, it's kind of like if your heart's not in it, then fuck off and go somewhere else and let someone do it whose heart is in it, because, you know, the industry does not need half-assed people who are only there for fame, who are only there for money, because usually those two things are going to elude you most anyway.
There were some very good films that were culturally appropriate, that did make money and that did work. So I'm not being critical of the people who were making the kind of films, you know. I mean, films that I've called frock movies. Well, there's nothing wrong with pictures about beautiful girls in white frocks. Not at all. But the balance disappeared.
It's the characters. Stupid? We forget that so easily. The characters are what we care about.
We lost touch with the audience. And if we don't work with the audience, we're not working at all.
The issues facing the Australian film industry can be summed up in a very simple experience that I had just last week. I was at my local video store looking for something to watch for the evening. There were a couple of young girls in front of me and they were browsing the shelves for something to watch. They were looking over a DVD cover, reading the blurb, and suddenly one of them said, "Oh, this is an Australian film. This will be shit," and put it back on the shelf. And I don't know if it bothered me more that that mentality exists or that I absolutely understood what she meant.
This particular story couldn't wait for 5 to 7 years to get it through the script process, through the funding bodies, and finally get it going. So I thought, I've just got to make this film and tell this story with whatever resources I can, get it out there, and also before I go broke as well.
That's nasty. Don't run that.